Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
Ooni of Ife's sisters are rumored to have slammed and dragged Oletik to sit down, to nyash down right there because she wanted to be disrespectful. They said the elders, the brother to the Ooni of Ife was actually speaking to them upon hearing the new development in the palace, and the man thought that it was necessary for him to come and speak to the Olori, letting them understand that they cannot continue to behave the same way over and over again, that it is unacceptable, and that the people in the palace are not going to keep quiet and allow them do as they please, that things were happening the other time because they never believed a lot of things that were said to them. But right now, they are not going to allow their brother go through what he has gone through again. This thing with bringing Naomi back into the palace caused Ooni of Ife a fortune. There is even a rumor we are hearing now that I think I'm going to bring to you tomorrow, how Ooni of Ife had to get a private jet, like chartered a private jet to go and meet with some people outside the country over this Queen Naomi's issue, right? So now they said at that time, his own private jet, Dr. Elizabeth had gone with it, and they were waiting there, thinking they would bring Dr. Elizabeth back. That private jet belongs to the Ooni of Ife and Dr. Elizabeth. But I would not like to digress at this point. So they said a brother came to speak with the Oloris over what had happened, that they cannot continue to behave the same way, that the royal family is a big family, and royalty is for every one of them. And they are not going to allow one person who remains unsatisfied with the grace of God upon their life to ruin everything that they have worked for. That this jealous feet that they keep throwing that pushes them to doing things that they are not supposed to do has got to stop. That they cannot continue like this anymore, that nobody is going to put up with this behavior anymore, that enough is enough. That is what we heard that the Ooni of Ife's brother came to talk to them about. Now, they said when the brother came, Oloris were well seated because here the Ooni of Ife had already finished talking to them. They were seated there and all of that. And Ooni needed to see other people who were coming to meet with the monarch. And as we are hearing, Ooni of Ife's brother had to, move to the other sitting area. And that was when they now summoned the Oloris to go there. And the sisters were also there listening to what, the brother was saying to the Ooni of Ife's wives. And while the brother was just talking, they said Oletik just got up and wanted to go. That she had her phone on her ear, and it was looking as if maybe, according to the sister, they said nobody called her. She acted as if somebody had called her. That she uses the babies as excuse. Okay, when they say, yeah, baby, like she's going to go and take care of the baby and all of that. They say when she got up, that was how they slam and drag her to nyash down. Sit down and listen. That the sister said, we are gathered here because of you. You are the reason why we are here. How dare you just get up and you want to walk out or not, you want to go away, that we don't have anything to do? Do you think that we are here because we do not have anything to do? We are all businessmen and women. And here, everything that brought us back is something that you did, and you think that you can use the children as a yardstick to get up, and for who are they talking about? Now, the word of God says wisdom is profitable to direct. So I think in the days ahead, the Oloris are going to really, have to adjust to this new reign that is happening in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Yes, the king is fair enough as it is right now. He has declared, he is for all of his Oloris. He treats them with a lot of respect. You and I know that. You and I know that. There's nobody who doesn't know that the Ooni of Ife has respect for his wives. They are out there all the time. And these women are honored wherever they go to. Now, if because you are the one who saw that this guy is a polygamist and you decided that you want to come in, if God has blessed you and you have come into his life, you should be satisfied. Whether he's there for you or not, you should be satisfied. So for somebody like Oletik, God has even blessed you with children. Stay there. After all, you were the one who was educating us the other time that people just get married for marrying's sake, and people should be very careful and be sure of what they want, and not just get married for marrying's sake. If you get married, you should be sure you want to stay. Right now, when people are not yet married, they can give you counsel. They can tell you a lot of things about marriage. But when they get into marriage, they get to see that marriage is another life, another school, a different school. Most times, it's not even what you order that you get at the end of the day. And in so many cases, African women decide to stay and, manage it as best as they can. And right now, I think they say that a wise person tries to change what, try to, do with what they cannot change, live with what they cannot change, rather than disturb themselves over something they cannot necessarily change. And I think it's a good time for Oletik to understand that this situation with between Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi, she may never be able to change it, and let her live with it the way it is. They say they slammed her, made her to sit down, nyash down, listen, nyash down. What is wrong with you? You want to walk out on who? Who the hell do you think you are? They said it was not a small slamming. They gave her the slamming of the century. So they said they made her to sit down by force. That, so condescending. Your in-law, elders are talking to you, want to walk away because your wife told the king when you have done something that is wrong, something that is very disrespectful. That is if the information is correct, because I've told you that, I do not live in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. I am a blogger. I get an information, I reenact it, and I post it. But having you understand that whatever information you get on social media, I want to take it with a pinch of salt. These are not for second thought or fourth hand information. Okay, you have to understand that. They said they had to slam her to sit back down and sit back. She said, she now said no, wasn't walking away. She wanted to go and take care of children. Children that you will leave and go out, as in you come back, go for events and come back in the evening. There are 2 nannies there who are taking care of the children. And then now they are talking to you. Just all of a sudden you want to get up and go, even when this issue has to do with you. The reason why they were seated there was because you caused it. You caused the problem. You must understand that you caused the problem and not act as if it doesn't matter. And they said this happens to be the words that Ooni of Ife's sister said to her, that she's getting too arrogant. The thing is that from what we are hearing, if the information is true, they said everything is a problem, everything is a problem. She's always unhappy, she's always smiling. Always unhappy. Like, she is always unhappy. As long as this marriage, the relationship is concerned, that this babe is always unhappy. So they told her to go and sit down. You have no right to disrespect anybody like this. And they slammed. The brother warned the Oloris that nobody, just nobody, will ever allow them to continue in that trajectory, because the problems that they have caused the palace is more than enough already. That it was a very serious slam, coming from the brothers. I'm going to bring you more update. They say Oletik was crying and crying and crying. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media.